and welcome back to the channel. Just passed some roadkill back there. Someone smoked something. Looked too small to be a deer, probably a dog. There's a lot of deaths on this road, be it animal wise, that is. Well, honestly, and people. There's a 97 in Washington State's pretty dangerous, especially over here. Which kind of, it's not good. It sucks. Every once in a while you hear of a pretty gnarly wreck. I hear about more of them because my wife is a EMT. Which makes it nearly impossible to get her on the back of my bike. Which, I respect that. That's okay. Got a new phone mount for the bike. It's a quad lock. Came last night, so I went out into the garage and I mounted it all up. I couldn't decide if I wanted it on this section of the handlebar or on this section, but I ended up going with this part of the handlebar because on this section there's a the bars kind of come slightly back at you, so if it's mounted on that, the screen of the phone is like facing the tank almost, which kind of defeats the purpose. But I like quad lock. I like the minimalist look. It's like the Ram mounts. You have these big knobs out here on the side of your phone. It's just big and bulky. For the price, I don't think you can go wrong with quad lock. I had quad locks on my other bikes, but the on these big, goddamn birds. But on these big fat handlebars, I'd order the large one, the Pro, whatever. So it finally came, and I did just order my new windshield. I ordered the 8.5-inch Clockworks, so I'm excited about that. There's a guy that at the dam, you haven't seen him in any of the videos, but there's a guy at the dam. He rides a 2017 or 2018 Street Glide Special in Twisted Cherry. It's a cool color. At first it looks purple, but then in the sunlight it looks almost like a super dark red mix. It's pretty cool color. But I think he's got the 6.5-inch Clockworks on his, and it looks really nice. He's either got the 6.5 or 8.5, I don't know. But I'm hoping that for at least my videos on long hauls at highway speeds, it'll kind of cut the wind noise down in the mic. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. So, for this morning commute to El Huerco, I wanted to talk about motorcycle movies. I've been trying to talk about motorcycle movies in a couple of videos, but I kept forgetting a bunch of really good motorcycle movies. So I was doing some research last night, and I think I put together my list of all-time favorites. So, to me, a motorcycle movie is a movie where the protagonist is either the motorcycle itself, like that's the main idea of the movie is about motorcycles, or the protagonist just rides a motorcycle for a decent chunk of the film. whether the movie's about bikes or not. So I'm going to do a countdown on this. I'm going to do my top 4 motorcycle movies. I think coming in number 4 has got to be The World's Fastest Indian, starring can't remember his name. Hannibal Lecter. I can't, for some reason his name eludes me. Anyways, I absolutely love that movie. I think it's cool as hell. It's really funny. There's a scene in that movie that kind of reminds me of like Hidalgo, right? With the other dude. Names are hard in the morning, guys. I'm sorry, but Anthony Hopkins. God damn, that's his name. Anthony Hopkins is in The World's Fastest Indian. So there's a scene in World's Fastest Indian where dudes are messing with his bike, and it's in a wood crate, and it's on the boat, and he's trying to get it to America to go to Utah for the Bonneville Salt Flats so he can try to set a land speed record. And some dudes are messing with his bike, and it's like a very tense part of the movie, you know, because it's his motorcycle, you know, he's got a lot of emotional attachment to it. And it reminds me of the scene in Hidalgo where his horse is on the boat and some dudes are messing with his horse and it gets into a huge fist fight. Cool scene. So yeah, that's number 4 is World's Fastest Indian, starring Anthony Hopkins. Great movie. I think number 3 is gotta be Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Now, you can't really consider this a motorcycle movie in some ways, but to me it is, because as a kid, watching Arnold Schwarzenegger ride that fat boy was just so cool. Which is a weird sentence if you're uninitiated. The Softail Harley Davidson that he rode in that movie, super iconic, super cool, got a lot of people into bikes. Number 3 coming into that list is going to be Wild Hogs. John Travolta, Tim Allen, Martin Lawrence, William H. Macy. Great movie. That movie, I could watch that movie probably once a month for the rest of my life. Never get old of it, and never get tired of it. Hilarious. I love William H. Macy in that. I think that's got to be one of his best movies. And then coming in number 1 is going. Did I do 5 or 4 already? Did World's Fastest Indian, Terminator 2, Wild Hogs? Yeah. Coming in number 1 is Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, starring Mickey Rourke and Don Johnson. I can't say enough about this movie. It's one of my favorite action movies, much less motorcycle movies. A lot of people don't like that movie, and I'm not sure I can abide by that. It's great. I think it's underappreciated. I honestly think that movie was ahead of its time. Came out in 1991, and it was supposed to be set 5 years into the future in 1996. And so near future, kind of dystopian. Well, it's, you know, Burbank, California, so it's probably always dystopian, but you know what I mean. That's kind of the feeling that they're going with. And the opening scene of Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, you got Mickey Rourke riding a 91 FXRS. I believe it's an FXRS. It's a heavily modified FXRS. Turned into a rigid, raked out on the front. Beautiful bike. And he's riding across Highway 66. And Bon Jovi's playing in the background. Awesome, awesome opening scene. sets the tone for the whole movie. It's great. If you haven't seen Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, you need to go see it. And special mention, The Bike Riders, starring, I can't remember that dude's name now, Austin Butler and Tom Hardy. The only reason my wife agreed to go to the movies on opening night for that movie is because of Tom Hardy. I am in a constant fight for my life when Tom Hardy's on the TV. My wife loves that guy, which is good because, you know, he's socially awkward, a little short. And yes, I just compared myself to Tom Hardy. That is where our likenesses end. Awkward in social situations and not very tall. After that, me and Tom Hardy kind of part ways, if you will. Beautiful morning we're having. Very pretty. So normally I don't do these random thoughts videos in the morning because, well, in the morning I'm not really here yet. But this morning's an exception because I fell asleep early last night. I'm in bed at normally I'm in bed at 7:30 to 8 o'clock. I know that seems early, but when you have to wake up at 04 for work, 7:30's pushing it. Excuse me. But yeah, last night I fell asleep early. It was wonderful. So I feel extra rested. So yeah, beautiful morning. I don't know what I'll title this video in post. I'll figure all that out. But yeah, I wanted to talk about motorcycle movies this morning. My family, my daughter's wife and I, we really like movies. We really enjoy watching movies together. That's kind of like our family time. We all sit on the couches and pick a movie, and me and my wife do this game where if she's picking the movie, I won't look at the screen. I'll look away until she clicks on it, you know, which is crazy. We totally got away from DVDs and movie tapes and all that. Now it's just all clicking. But either way, so she'll pick a movie and I'll look away from it, and then I will either just by the sound of the opening sequences of the movie try to guess what it is, or look at the screen if there's no title screen, like the Die Hard movies, you know, it always just plasters Die Hard across the screen. But if you can avoid the title screen, you know, you can watch the opening sequences and try to guess what movie it is. And then if I pick a movie, she'll try to guess. She's getting better. She's getting better at guessing movies. Yeah, so we were me and my two daughters, my wife worked last night, but me and my two daughters were chilling on the couch trying to pick movies. We watched Dante's Peak last night. We watched that movie a lot now that I think about it. It's a good one. It's a classic. Pierce Brosnan, Volcano. Takes place in Washington State, which kind of sucks. I mean, beautiful here. I mean, it's absolutely, undeniably beautiful. Man, the politics of this state just keep kicking people in the teeth. It's a means to an end. It's not permanent. I'm a very big proponent of, if you don't like your situation or where you're at, make a change, move. So that's the plan. But yeah, thank you for tuning into the video. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's always really appreciated. Any interactions help the channel grow, so I really do appreciate you guys watching, and every time you comment, give me a thumbs up. But I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the morning commute, so I'll see you guys when I see ya.